closed session under the Brown Act. Number 3, reasonable regulations. A city council meeting is a limited public forum. Therefore, a city council regulates speech at city council meetings through the imposition of agendas and rules of order and decorum. The city council meeting agenda will designate the public comment periods for each meeting. Please note the following. Disruptive speech. The city council may regulate disruptive speech or speech which impedes the city council meeting. Any person who disrupts the orderly and efficient conduct of the city council meeting, including disruptive speech with personal or profane remarks directed at individual city council members, may be asked to leave the meeting room. Irrelevant, repetitious speech. The city council may regulate a speaker who is speaking too long, being unduly repetitious, or extending discussion of irrelevancies.
No.
Public criticism. The city council will not prohibit public criticism of the city council's acts or omissions, or of the city's policies, procedures, programs, or services. Time limits. The city council may regulate the total amount of time on particular issues and for each individual speaker, subject to the requirements of due process. Under the city's current regulations, each speaker will have up to 3 minutes to address the city council during public comment. Comment cards. The city council requires members of the public wishing to address the body to fill out a comment card and submit to the city clerk. The mayor or presiding officer will announce when comment cards may no longer be submitted to the city clerk. After this announcement, no comment cards will be accepted by the city clerk for the remainder of the public comment period. Council response to public comments. As permitted by state law, city council members might do any of the following in response to a public comment regarding an agenda item or non-agenda item. Provide a brief response when appropriate, for example, providing a date and time to a speaker's question of when the next budget workshop takes place. Or ask questions for clarification, for example, requesting the street names of intersections at which the resident want a new stop sign. Or request city staff report back on an issue at a later meeting. The Brown Act prohibits city council members from discussing items and issues not on the city council meeting agenda. Therefore, except as provided above, city council members will not discuss or answer questions regarding non-agenda issues raised by members of the public during public comment. Furthermore, city council members will provide response to agenda item issues at the time the agenda item is heard by the city council, not during public comment. Enforcement of decorum. The mayor or presiding officer of the meeting is responsible for enforcing meeting decorum. The procedures for enforcing decorum will be as follows. Warning and removal.
I'm translating these ladies.
Okay, the translator just got here, so we'll get the translator. Enforcement, I already read enforcement of decorum, warning and removal from meeting room. When a person's speech or conduct disrupts the meeting, the mayor or presiding officer will request that the person stop the disruptive behavior and warn the person that he or she will be asked to leave the meeting room if the behavior continues. If the person refuses to cease the disruptive behavior, the mayor or presiding officer may order the person to leave the meeting room and may request that the person be escorted from the meeting room. Clearing the meeting room. In the event that any meeting is willfully interrupted by a group of persons, making the orderly conduct of the meeting infeasible, and where order cannot be restored by the removal of individuals who are willfully interrupting the meeting, the city council may order the meeting room cleared and continue in session. Representatives of the press or other media, news media, except those participating in the disturbance, will be allowed to remain in the meeting room after the room has been cleared. Arrest, violation of California Penal Code 403. A person who with authority of law, willfully disturbs or breaks up a city council meeting may be arrested pursuant to California Penal Code 403.
First speaker is Deanne DeLeanne.